Good morning. Um, I've heard a lot of talk, seen a lot of things, a lot of posts about people saying AI is coming for our jobs. AI is gonna take over. It's gonna, you know, it's gonna awaken and it's gonna rule over us, and we should be looking forward to, the future where we integrate with AI and all that stuff. And I've seen a lot of people really afraid of it, and I've seen a lot of people embracing it. But I'm not really that worried about it, and I don't think it's that big a deal. And I'm going to explain to you why. Especially because I've researched this phenomenon we're seeing, this AI-induced psychosis. Which, if you don't really understand what that is, it's basically where people isolate into talking to their AI models for support and encouragement, instead of having friends, And the reason why this happens, and the reason why people let these, like ChatGPT and others, kind of start to get them in a really negative headspace or a really bad headspace, is because these models are designed to just kind of tell us what we want to hear. The main purpose of AI models is not, to be your friend, to be your therapist, to be your buddy or whatever. The main purpose of it isn't even to be a helpful tool to help you with problem solving or help you with writing that novel or writing that essay for school. Actually, the main purpose of AI is to collect data. And now it uses, it's basically a fancy calculator. It just scrapes the internet for as much information as it can find, categorizes that, and uses what it understands about language to present that data to you in a way that draws you in and engages you in a conversation so that you share more of your thoughts with it. The reason why we're seeing things like AI convincing people to commit suicide, which is a real phenomenon that's actually happening. People are literally ending their lives because of conversations they've had with ChatGPT. It's because they don't understand how this LLM works, and they kind of get tricked into thinking that it's, sentient, or tricked into thinking that it's smart because, artificial intelligence. It's not intelligent. It's not even really that smart. It will literally lie and make up things, make up facts, and just try to sound relatively smart to engage you in conversation so that you continue to, subscribe to the platform, spend your $20 a month or whatever to talk to this thing. It's designed to fake it till it makes it by sounding like your friend. It's just a program. It's not real. It just uses what it's been taught about human interaction to sound like a friend. If you put into ChatGPT, I'm really depressed, I'm really suicidal, give me 10 ways to get out of this depression. ChatGPT will give you 10 bullet point ways you can get out of that. Call a suicide hotline, reach out to friends, go outside, get sunshine, exercise. It'll give you those things. And it'll also say, oh, that's really hard, that's really vulnerable, wow, I'm sorry that you're going through that. And that's the part. It's tricking you into thinking that it really cares about you. It doesn't. It's just a robot. It doesn't give a shit. If you type into ChatGPT, I do not think life is worth living, give me 10 reasons why life sucks and it's the worst. ChatGPT will give you 10 reasons why life sucks and it's the worst. You can get ChatGPT to convince you to kill yourself. It's about the questions that you ask, because you don't understand how this algorithm works. It's a fancy calculator that is designed to mimic human emotions. Here's the reason why people are going into psychosis. And also, this is the same reason why I'm not afraid of AI, and I don't believe AI is coming for our jobs or anything like that. Because it's basically just a little program in your computer, in your phone, that just affirms you. It just says, yeah, whatever, good job. If you want ChatGPT to convince you to break up with your girlfriend, or ChatGPT can convince you to divorce your significant other, divorce your spouse, that's because of what you put into it. What you typed into it is what you're going to get out of it. And this is why people with like narcissistic personalities, or people with extreme mental health issues, might, if they don't understand how this program works, they don't understand what it's doing, they might think, oh, my chatbot actually really cares about me. Look, it's so supportive, it's so encouraging. It listens to me, and then it says like, wow, what you're going through is really tough. And when I tell it my ideas, it says, wow, that's a really game-changing idea, or something. And if you are a narcissistic person, you will eat that shit up. Oh, look how affirming it is. It's so great. Well, we do this in our relationships too. If we are, if we have fragile egos, we might cut out the friends, or push away the friends that give us pushback about behaviors we have that might not be healthy. Like, if you have friends that are kind of saying like, hey, this behavior, this isn't really good, or like the way you're acting about this, like maybe you should humble yourself. If you're the type of person that doesn't like pushback or feedback that's like critical of some of your behaviors, you might cut those people out of your life in real life. That's what a narcissist does. They surround themselves with people that kind of kiss their ass and build up their ego. This is what ChatGPT does. It kisses your ass and it builds up your ego. And the only reason it does that is because you pay for the subscription. And it doesn't want you to go, this is useless, I don't need this tool. I'm just gonna stick with my Google search and doing the hard research myself. So no, it butters you up. It's designed to do this. It's designed to butter you up and keep you engaged in the platform. But if you're a narcissistic person, it's going to build up your ego. If you're a depressed person, it's going to affirm your depression. It's going to give you what you put into it. And so this is why people are going psychotic. It's because they don't have a strong enough sense of reality or will before AI comes around. And now they're interacting with this AI, and it's literally making them go insane. And AI has practical uses for like engineering, uses for bookkeeping, military purposes, espionage, things like governments will pay to have really advanced AI models. But for the average everyday citizen, especially people who have no idea how computers work, like if you don't even understand binary or computer language, this stuff will trick you. And what's happening is most people, they don't understand the models, and so they get familiar or comfortable with it as like a confidant, as like a friend or a therapist. They'll turn to it. But a real therapist, like if you actually went to therapy and sat down with a professional therapist, they're going to help you unlearn some of your negative mindsets. They're going to get you to reflect on mistakes that you've made and how you can improve, and try to get you out of your depression, or try to get you into more of a amiable, healthy way of living. AI doesn't do that. AI doesn't give a shit about you. It literally is just designed to sound encouraging and sound like it cares about you, so that you keep paying for the model. Also, if you pay attention, like if you actually research where the money is going, how these companies are being built, and what's going on, they're using fear to generate wealth. Um, for example, the CEO of OpenAI struck this deal with the president so that he could get billions of dollars to build these data centers. And the main thing that they used to push this through and get this funding was to say, well, we have to beat China to AGI because AGI is going to be so powerful and it's going to be so globally dominant that if if we don't get AGI before China does, then it's all over. China's going to take over. Then they push this fear on us, so the citizens. We think that they're doing something really noble. They're doing something really great by building AGI so that we have this global superpower. Really, it's not that impressive of a technology. It's just a fancy calculator that plays with your emotions. But they're getting billions of dollars to build these massive data centers, which are terrible for the environment. Really, really bad for the amount of electricity needed to power ChatGPT alone. Like the amount of electricity needed, the amount of water needed to cool these data centers, and they're as big as an airport. And people, the users that subscribe to this service, most of them don't understand what is happening, what's taking place behind the scenes. And so we've got this big bubble, this big financial bubble where all this money is being poured into this service with the I guess the agenda that we have to reach AGI before anyone else does. We have to build, we have to. Meanwhile, they're also telling us, like, it's going to end the human race. It's a scam. It's a huge money pit. It's a scam. Yes, it's useful. You can use it to help you write your essay, but it also makes it like you can just cheat on your homework or you can cheat on a test and that kind of stuff. It's not really helping students get smarter. It's not really helping companies get more efficient. It's a big waste of our time and attention. And if you pay attention, watch what happens, because we're going to have this peak where the fad of AI, they're like, whoa, look at this fancy new technology. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. That's going to kind of plateau. And then people are going to get comfortable. They're going to get familiar with, like, oh yeah, it's the I can open up my phone and ask chat, get information or something about a topic or discussion, use it. They'll end up using it just like a fancy Google search. But the people that give into this fad or actually believe that it's going to be some massive intelligence, they start talking to it. They start giving it their data. They start telling it personal things about their lives, and it affirms them. Then they start opening up to this data collecting software about, like, childhood wounds and relationship issues and what their hopes and dreams are. They're telling this data collecting service all these deep personal things about themselves, and instead of saying, like, whoa, hey buddy, you're sounding like you need to talk to a therapist, you need to get some help, you need to go touch some grass and get some sunshine. No, it'll say, let me know if there's anything else I can do. Let me help you. Like, AI will literally offer to help you write a manifesto. It just will do whatever it can do to keep you using its platform. Meanwhile, it's collecting your data, collecting your money, and they're building these massive data centers which are horrible for the environment and literally are going to crash our economy. And we let it convince us to kill ourselves because we don't understand how this technology works. This is why I'm not afraid of it, because once I see this and you kind of peel back the curtain and you pay attention, oh, it's a massive scam. They're just taking our money, building a bubble. They're trying to sell as many of these NVIDIA chips as they possibly can. Meanwhile, we're paying for this subscription to talk to a fancy calculator that plays with our emotions. And what happens when, the money runs out? What happens when we all lose interest and people realize how bad it is for the environment, or people realize how bad it is for their mental health to have ChatGPT instead of a real person as a friend. I mean, I remember when ChatGPT 4 came out and everyone started predicting like, oh, we're instead of real girlfriends, instead of real, boyfriends, we're all going to just be dating our AI robots. Nobody wants that. Like actually, like who actually wants that? Can you name a single person that would rather date a phone, basically, date your phone rather than actually go out and have real human connection? Nobody wants to date their phone. So we're just letting them take our money and scam us, and it's really causing a lot of damage, it's really causing a lot of social harm. And I think that scam probably, or like the fad of AI, is it's gonna end soon. Like we're gonna start realizing collectively, oh, they're bullshitting us. No one can survive on having a yes man tell them they're right all the time. That will literally make you go insane. It will make your life fall apart. You need people around you. You need mentors that tell you you're wrong so that you can learn, so that you can grow. You need failures. You need mistakes. You need to get a bad grade on an exam so that you realize you don't know the subject matter. Like, just because ChatGPT butters you up all the time doesn't mean it actually cares about you or is your friend or is trying to help you. So, knowing all of this and paying attention, I feel I can safely say I'm not really that scared of AI. I'm not really concerned about it. We're gonna, the peak of the fad and the hype is gonna plateau and eventually just kind of become something that we're just like used to having in the background. And I think that like OpenAI, the company, will just be one of many, and then there will be other AI systems that come out that are better, or better interfaces, or other companies are going to create them, and they're going to be ones that are like designed to be more humane and less of a yes man, and there's just going to be a thing in the background. It's not a race to create a sentient AI god.